Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Lauren, and for today's video we're going to be doing a get ready with me spring edition. Gonna be bringing out makeup that I really feel like embodies spring. Just different products. I mean, obviously like bronzer is just gonna be bronzer, but there are highlighters from my collection that I really feel like are like really ones that I use during the summer and spring the most. So those are going to be ones that I'm going to be using. And also palettes. I will be making a separate video on all my eyeshadow palettes that I feel like really are spring palettes, and I can also show all my spring products. But for now it's just going to be a get ready with me, and I'm going to be using just one of each of the products. So on this channel, we like indie makeup, we like drugstore makeup, we like a little bit of high-end makeup too, if you will, and we love to chat about makeup, and we like to do makeup, we like neutral makeup, and we like colorful makeup. So if you're into that, then please stick around, hit the subscribe button, and let's get started. So I have a bare face, like I don't even have primer on. Because I'm going to be doing my eyes first, and I always get fallout with glitter, and the primer makes it stick always, and I can never get it off. So we're going to be putting primer on later after I do my eyes, and I'm going to be using the Colourpop Gimme Butterflies palette. This one, I do have the Sweet Talk palette, but I feel like everybody talks about that palette, and this one, I mean, come on. This was pretty good too. So we're going to be using this palette as well. I'm going to be taking the shade Labyrinth, which is just this cool toned mauve shade, on this big fluffy Morphe brush. I'm just going to be rubbing it all over my lid. Is anybody else excited for spring? I'm excited for spring. I don't know why I asked that. I'm excited for spring. I'm a fan of the winter months because of jeans, but lately this winter was kind of sad, you know? It was depressing. So I'm hoping this summer and this like upcoming year or so will be better. Sorry, I have like my mirror behind, so that's why I'm like looking. I'm hoping it'll be better, and I don't know. Like, I love spring makeup. It's one of my favorite things. Like, I love all the pinks and the bright colors. It's some of my favorite stuff. Okay, next up, I'm going to be taking the shade Fair Play. This pinkier shade. I'm keeping that in the crease. Now, I'm literally doing this get ready with me in the morning. I've never done that before. Usually it's like in the afternoon after like I have done everything and I have nowhere else to go. So it's like, why are you, like, maybe you should do your get ready with me when you have places to go. And now I actually have places to go. And I love how spring makeup is always so much lighter than like winter makeup, and it's almost more, I don't want to say natural, but it is. Almost all makeup is, I feel like, has gotten more natural lately, but like more like colorful yet more natural, I want to say, in a way. Like more, I don't know how to describe it, if you will. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. We can see that. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of a darker shade. It's more of like a magenta, the shade Skipper right here. I'm not going to be using any of the pressed glitters in this palette though, because I gotta tell you, when they fall directly into my eye. And when I say I got stuff to do, I'm gonna be out of the house for a few hours, so we're not playing with that right now. Because I won't be able to take it off and I'll be stuck outside. I'm just gonna be like, so we're gonna just leave that. But there's a Super Shock in here that's so pretty. It's calling my name. That's why we're doing kind of like the pinkier shades, and I'm hoping I can use that one. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna be dipping back into this brownish mauve shade Labyrinth and just running it over the edge, the outer edge of my crease again. because I went a little hard with that darker shade. I was like going a little hardcore there. And, you know, I just want to make sure that they blend out well. Like, there's no patchiness or anything, which Colourpop hardly ever gives me that. Like, ever. No palette I've used by them has ever given me that, and that's really nice because I know I can trust their formula. Okay. I think that's it for the look. I don't want to really darken it up too much. I want to keep it like this, and I really like the way this looks. So I'm going to be putting this Super Shock on. I don't know if I've ever used it actually. I mostly just stick with the mattes. Ooh, it's nice. It's really nice. Ooh, I like the way that looks. It's just pretty sparkles. Pretty sparkles. I like the way that looks a lot. Now I gotta clean up underneath. So I added a little bit of Labyrinth underneath my eyes. I don't want to go too pink simply because I want to make it look like I have really bad allergies or anything, which I do. So we don't want to exaggerate that. That is it for the eyeshadow. I really like the way this looks. It's very simple and just pink and pretty, and I really like it a lot, and it matches my shirt just a little bit, which I think is kind of fun. And I'm just going to put on my mascara really quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, my mascara is on. I used the Ofra HD Volumizing Mascara. It's one I've been trying out recently. And now it's time for primer. So one of my favorite primers right now is going to be, it is the Becca Skin Love Bright and Blur Primer. This gives my skin such a good glow. Like, I love it so much. And I think this is a really good primer for spring. And it has like that like whitish kind of tint. And you only need the little smell. And it literally smells like watermelon. Like fake watermelon. The watermelon candy. So yeah, I really like it a lot. And I think it's really nice to wear. So that's what I'm going to be wearing today. And it makes my skin feel so nice. Like, I really like the glow it gives my skin. It feels so good. I do have the Becca Skin Tint, but I haven't used it yet, so I don't want my first time using it to be like right now. So I'm going to be using my Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. I feel like spring and like summer is like tinted moisturizer time. Like, it's going to be hot. At least where I live, it's going to be hot. We're not going to be wearing full faces of foundation. I know that for sure. So, tinted moisturizer it is. And I just do little drops all over my face because it blends out into nothing. Well, it gives like a little bit of coverage, which is nice because that's what I like. But it doesn't give that ultimate coverage, which I'm not used to, which is also really nice. And it just gives the skin like also like a nice glow. How I'm using a glowy primer and now I'm using a glowy tinted moisturizer. Yeah, we're into that right now. Didn't think we would be. Also, the shade I used is Light 6W. It has warmer undertones, as I do have more olive undertones in my skin. So that's what that's for. It's hard to tell, but I do in person. And it matches like perfectly, so that's how it looks. And I really like the way it looks. And I do have a powder that I'm going to be putting on top. It's my number 7 powder. This powder I really like a lot because it's so natural. It gives like such a natural finish that my glow still really shines through, and I like that a lot. It's so good. I love this powder so much. Okay, I set my face and it still looks pretty glowy. Like, it didn't really take it like that much away, and I really like that a lot. It's the translucent setting powder, so there's no color at all, and I really like that a lot. I'm gonna set my face with the All Nighter setting spray. This is the only setting spray I have, so there's no different one. And we're gonna bronze. I'm just gonna be using my butter bronzer. Why not? It's very light and I just really like it because I like that natural look. And I honestly start from like the little indent that I have where my jawline is, and I raise it just a little bit to where almost like my blush would be. I don't know, that's just the way I do it. I do bronze my forehead just a little bit just to give it some color. And I don't really contour my nose, like, at all. So that's it for bronzing. Like, there's just a little bit, like, dusted on the cheeks and stuff, and that's really it. Yeah, that's my bronzed face. Next, I'm gonna do blush. This is, like, my favorite blush. I was gonna use my liquid blush, but I completely forgot and I set my face. Can you believe me? So now we're gonna use my powder blush. I had it all set out. I even have it set out, like, right in front of me, and it skipped over my head. So we're gonna be using one of my other favorite blushes, my O from Madison Miller blush. This blush is so pigmented. I have to be so careful. Like, you gotta be so careful because this blush, oh, it got me. It's so pretty. It just gives, like, a natural kind of flush. And I usually keep my blush, like, more on my cheekbones and, like, in the apples of my cheeks, simply because I don't know why. Because if you're not smiling, then it's down. Do you know what I mean? Like, for you'd have to be smiling all the time for your cheekbone, like, for it to be on your cheekbones, for it to be up all the time. So we don't put it on our cheekbones anymore. That's what I've learned. Because I was like, why is my blush so low on my face? That's why. Because I wasn't smiling enough. That makes me sound so sad. I promise I'm not. Okay, that's my blush. I usually try to mix it in a little bit with my bronzer. Oh my gosh, there's so much happening. I tried to take my powder brush and try to diffuse it, but who honestly knows if that worked? So we're just gonna have to, like, live with it. We're gonna live with lots of blush on our cheeks. But I love that blush so much, honestly, so much. And next, for our highlighter, it's one of my favorite highlighters. It's the Wet n Wild I'm So Lit highlighter. This honestly gives you the lit from within glow that you can just build up, and it's so pretty. I do like a bit of a stronger highlight, so I like to build it up a little bit, but it's so natural and beautiful that this is a perfect spring highlight to, like, just build up, and it gives that perfect, like, highlight sheen, and it just makes you look so healthy and beautiful just on your cheeks. Like, it's definitely so buildable. I love it so much. It's so good. And you put a little bit on your nose too. Yeah, this is gonna be one of my favorite spring highlighters to wear. I do have other highlighters, but I think I'm honestly gonna make a video and talk about all my favorite products that I'm gonna be using for spring and just, like, bundle them all up into one. So I'm really excited to make that. That'll probably be coming out later this week. This video will also be coming out late with filming. We're filming this late. That's the thing. But other than that, I'm gonna do my brows really quick and then I'll be right back. I usually save my brows for last after my, like, whole face is done, so we'll be right back with that. Okay, and now it's time for lips, and I honestly have no lips chosen because I was like, all my lips are spring lips. Technically, they could be. Any lip could be a spring lip. So should we just go for, like, a glossy lip and just, like, keep it natural? I think we're just gonna go for a gloss for our lips and just keep it natural, and I'm going to be using the Pixie Sheer Rose Lip Gloss. I love this. You can find it, like, wherever they sell Pixie, and it honestly completes the pink look. A pink glossy lip completes the pink look. So we'll do that. And I really like the way this look turned out. It's very glowy. It's very, like, semi-natural. We'll take it. And I really, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look too. And maybe if you have this palette, you could have followed along and done this as well. And I'm so ready for spring. I'm so excited for it to just warm up a little bit. I'm just so excited for things to just a little bit of warmth would be nice, even though I do prefer the colder weather because I like to wear jeans. I'm a jeans girl. But I can still wear jeans, like, during the spring, so that'll be okay. It's the summer I'm worried about. It gets a little hot in here where I live, so that'll be interesting for sure. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this look that I created, and I hope you guys don't mind this video going up late. And yes, And I hope you guys are looking forward to my next video. I am, because it's going to be all about the spring products and what we're going to use them for, and just listing out just all of them, all the spring products I own and what I'm excited to use them for. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!